Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A railroad crossing has been giving drivers a headache in the city of Woodhaven. However, thanks to a new multi-million-dollar project, that headache may soon go away.
After finally getting some sunshine the past 2 days, the local forecasters are now tracking our next potential snowmaker.
You're not being a very good neighbor. That is the word from Roseville tonight to the city of Warren. And we'll start there as you join us for Local 4 News at 6. Good to have you with us. It all stems from a plan to put a marijuana processing and provisioning complex near the corner of 11 Mile and Hayes.
Mara McDonald is in Roseville tonight. And Mara, it's the city of Warren's decision ultimately.
So here is one of the issues at hand. Where I'm standing right here is a residential street, which is in the city of Roseville. But if you take a couple steps across the street, that's the city of Warren. And what Roseville is saying is that if you're going to put a marijuana provisioning and processing center right across the street from us, by law, you need to let us know. This section of Hayes in 11 Mile is busy as it is.
Oh, it's nuts. This road's tore up. They fly down here coming off Groesbeck, of course. It's just bad.
Which is why plans for a medical marijuana processing and provisioning center here at the corner aren't exactly being met with joy by the people who live across the street.
Property values are supposed to go down from this letter we got in the mail. I don't know. We'll see if they're going to fight it or not.
Roseville's city attorney has put the city of Warren on notice, claiming they were not made aware of plans for the property, which they should have been by law. But Roseville's bigger issue is this, quote, the city of Roseville objects to the development of the medical marijuana provisioning center less than 150 feet from the residential neighborhood directly across the street from the subject parcel. So what's going to happen with this property, which is located in Warren? The Warren City Council has a meeting about this to deal with this tonight, and I've been speaking to council members. They tell me they have a lot of questions, and they want to know whether Warren's planning department followed all the legal avenues that it should have. We're in Roseville. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara, let's move downriver to what's been a nightmare for decades. Now a new plan to ease chronic traffic delays at an infamous rail crossing in Woodhaven has come up. Victor Williams has a look at the project announced today that will finally provide some relief for drivers.
Well, it's been a long time coming for the long trains that usually sit here blocking traffic on Allen Road in Woodhaven. But now there's finally a resolution on the table that will allow drivers to pass by simply driving underneath.
It seems like every time you want to go somewhere, you can't get out of Trenton because of the train. Multiple times a day, especially on the weekends.
For over a decade, drivers like Vera and Chuck Sinnott in Woodhaven have been complaining about trains blocking traffic, in some cases for hours.
Sometimes the trains are excessively long, and there'll even be a stop up at Ford Street, so it really ties the traffic up in this area bad.
Fire trucks and other first responders have even had issues coming to the aid of those in need.
When an ambulance comes to your house, they don't send one ambulance, they send two, so that they can actually take different routes because they have been tied up at the tracks over the years.
Drivers, however, will now be able to find their way around these trains thanks to a new $39 million project.
It'll be an underpass. The bridge itself will be for the train, and then the cars will go underneath it.
State Rep Darren Calamari says the underpass will do more than alleviate some of the stress drivers are feeling, but will also make other parts of the area easier to deal with.
It's going to open up economic opportunity and also make sure that we have public safety be the #1 priority for our residents.
And we're told that officials are hoping to break ground by the end of the year, starting that construction. So we are reporting live tonight. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Any word yet here, Victor, on how long this construction is going to take?
It's going to take a little bit of time, 2 to 3 years, but that's going to be nothing compared to the, time spent that those people had to wait there waiting for that train.
Oh, I imagine some of them feel like they waited 2 or 3 years per train. All right, Victor. Kim.
All right, well, finally some sunshine the past 2 days, and now Ben is breaking some bad news to us that you're tracking snow.
You knew it was coming.
Of course.
On the heels of this, this sunshine stretch couldn't have lasted too long, but Before we get there, we do have at least the rest of tonight to finish on a nice note. And by the way, still seeing at least some of Belle Isle at 6 o'clock, which is good news. 5:50 is our sunset. So in the next couple weeks, we'll start seeing that sunset move past 6 p.m. as we head towards spring. Mid-40s out there right now at Metro and Ann Arbor. Wind chills just now starting to be barely calculated, but you can tell where the changes are occurring. We're slightly cooler than we were yesterday. Big changes out here as we will start to see our numbers tumble as well going into the next few days. Tomorrow morning, a light rain and mix during the commute. Watch out for that. We'll talk timing. Second little system is on Wednesday. May get a little snow there, but single-digit feels for those wind chills. That's going to be a problem all week. And shovels and plows return on Thursday morning. We'll time out the big system in just a few minutes. Don't forget to download our Local Forecasters app as you watch this next system arrive. It's got everything you need to survive this return to winter. Free in your app store by searching WDIV. Devin?
Ben. Paul Whelan is, of course, the Michigan man behind bars in Russia, and he is likely to remain there for, at the very least, another year.
At least that's what his twin brother David believes. Rod Maloney spoke with him today and has a look at why he believes his brother will not be set free anytime soon.
Paul Whelan is now on day 402 behind bars in the Lefortovo prison. Last Thursday, new U.S. Ambassador to Russia John Sullivan made it a point as one of his first duties to pay Paul a visit.
Paul's case has gone on for far too long, shielded in secrecy and hidden from view. There is nothing fair or transparent about it. The Russian government offers no credible justification for isolating Paul from his family and friends.
The ambassador called the former Marine's treatment shameful and in violation of international norms and standards. Today, Paul's brother said that he was grateful to the ambassador for checking in on Paul and is deeply concerned about the ambassador's comments about Paul's deteriorating health. Paul reportedly has a hernia. David says it's gone untreated, and the Russians are using the language barrier to keep Paul in the dark.
Even if there's a trial in the summer, it will be many, many months after that before Paul's situation gets sorted out.
More than anything, though, David's worried it could be another year or more before Paul even has a chance of getting out of that prison.
There's a process to how the Russians do this. They have used coercive detention frequently against both Americans and other citizens, and it's just then a matter of whether there is a diplomatic relationship between the country, in this case the United States, and Russia.
Now, what David is saying there is that he believes, as he has all along, that the Russians are playing some sort of diplomatic game in the hopes that they can trade Paul for someone or something else. He says they do it on a fairly regular basis, and sadly, Paul is caught up in that. Back to you.
This has got to be agony for the Whelan parents. Rod, how are they holding up through all this?
Well, you know, they're in their 80s, Devin, and David says that they're doing okay, that they've sort of come to terms with the fact that Paul's going to be in prison for a while. Yeah. What David is most concerned about is that he believes that if he's convicted and gets the 20 years that the Russians would very much likely want to give him, that his parents will never see Paul again. He said that would be a tragedy.
Yeah, sure would. All right, Rod. Well, today, U.S. senators heard closing arguments in President Trump's impeachment trial. The defense argued impeachment managers did not meet the burden of proof to remove the president from office, while House impeachment managers called on senators to do exactly that, remove the president, saying he'll continue to abuse his power if the Senate doesn't stop him. On Wednesday, a final vote to decide if President Trump will be removed from office is expected, but with a Republican majority, it seems a certainty at this moment that senators will vote to acquit President Trump. Stay close. Lester Holt and the NBC Nightly News team have a full recap of today's proceedings and a look ahead to what's next coming up here at 6:30.
The United States Senate will pause its impeachment trial of President Trump to join the House and the nation to hear the president's State of the Union address tomorrow night. The president will speak at 9 p.m. Tuesday, and you can see it live here on Local 4. The president is expected to highlight his work on the economy and make the case for his reelection this fall. After the president speaks, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer will join Congresswoman Veronica Escobar of Texas to deliver the Democratic Party's response. The Associated Press reports the high visibility appearance for Governor Whitmer has stirred some speculation she could be a vice presidential choice for the party's candidate, but the governor has said she is not interested.